why it was so liberating is when I went to Nicaragua back in 2013, the organization was still relatively young, about 7 years. And I went there as a soccer coach, trying to equip my athletes with more than just soccer literacy. And in the midst of this experience, they brought us to one of the schools. And one of the schools was built as a legacy to a daughter who had died tragically. And her parents wanted to make meaning of Brett's life. So we go to the school, I'm visiting the school, and then all of a sudden I had this out-of-body experience, this epiphany, where I realized that my sister's legacy could do the same thing. It was like Tracy was a social worker, basically. She worked with young offenders. And in that moment, surrounded by girls that I loved, in a community that I was growing to love, I realized that this could be a legacy for my sister. 3 months later, after we get home from Nicaragua, sorry, not 3 months later, 2 weeks later, my mom gets a call from Tracy's boss. Now, I just want to situate it for you and your listeners. This is 11 years after Tracy had died.
I know, that's the crazy part. You're right.
Okay, so extraordinary events.
Yep.
So her boss calls my mom and says, Mrs. Bell, this is, Tracy's former boss. We're calling, and we realize this is an extraordinary call, but we never paid out Tracy's insurance money. And my mom was one of the named people. So my mom receives my sister's, a portion of my sister's legacy. And we in turn use some of that money to build a library in the school that I had gone to with the athletes. And that's the love affair that began with Schoolbox. And since that time, we've gone back and we've raised 2 classrooms in her honor. All my kids, I have 3 kids, and my husband, we've been down, I've been down 3 times. My husband has been down twice with me, and each of my 3 children have come to Nicaragua, and it's been transformative. It's a part of our healing journey.